What a time to be alive in the Motor City. The Detroit Pistons have clinched a top 6 spot in the Eastern Conference, and they just got an electric comeback win against the New York Knicks at home, with Cade Cunningham dropping 36 points with 8 rebounds. And the Pistons are not done yet this regular season. They can still move up to the 5 seed if they want to, and I think they should go for it because Indiana could be a great matchup. I'm a Cavs fan, and I just watched the Cleveland Charge almost take out their entire starting lineup, but that's a topic for another day. In this video, I want to break down the Pistons 115-106 win over the Knicks. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. So once again, the Pistons hung around against one of the big dogs of the East, and since they stayed lurking, eventually they capitalized and erased a 9-point deficit in the fourth quarter. And Cade Cunningham, man, he is just absolutely nuts. Honestly, I like his playstyle a lot more than a guy like Jalen Duran. He can authentically put up the same type of numbers without foul baiting. And so far, Cade seems to love playing against the Knicks. He loves the bright lights. And after the game, Cade said, "This place ain't like anywhere else. It's fun to play for Detroit. It's fun to put this jersey on. We are just trying to represent the best way we can." If he feels momentum shifting, Pistons coach JB Bickerstaff said afterward, he has the ability to get to his spot and he punishes people, and that's demoralizing the way he can score the ball in the paint. You know, so he understands not only physically but mentally how he impacts the game and can turn the tide for us. But yeah, fun game overall. Let's break it down. First off, here's some pick and roll action. Simple but effective. Duran sets the pick, Cade drives left, and he makes a left-handed bounce pass, and there was no help, so an easy dunk for Duran. And I don't know what it is, but Cade creates these wide open looks all the time. Next up, Cade starts with the ball on the right wing. He's got Miles McBride guarding him, and Duran picks off Bridges, which allows Tobias Harris to get open back door, and he is ready to fire, and he drills the 3. The way Tobias Harris performs in the playoffs really could be a big X factor and difference maker in the playoffs, because we've seen a Tobias Harris that can go 0 for 10, and we've seen one that can shoot above 50% from behind the arc. It all just depends on how he's feeling and if he's hot or cold, and you'll know it from his first 2 shots. Now here, I just love this play by Cade Cunningham because he pretty much takes the responsibility upon himself to do it all. And this is very similar to Ty Jerome. I know this is like a very weird comparison if you're a Pistons fan, but I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan and I just see the similarities. Obviously, Cade's a little better and he's an all-star, but the way he just plays with pace, nobody can speed him up or slow him down, and the way he can just get to his spots at will is so similar to what Jerome has done all season, and that is a compliment. Once again, same exact thing. Cade is the inbounder, he gets the pass from Duran, and he just goes to work, gets to his spot, slow and smooth, and hits the floater. And let's look at some of Cade's passing skills on display because he is more than just a scorer. He turns left, creates some separation, he draws a double team, and he just kicks it right out to Tim Hardaway, who is ready to shoot, and that is a beautiful stroke. It's kind of funny because I'm realizing it's very difficult to break down the Pistons because their offense just moves so fast and it's so simple. Like, they don't do extra passes, they just get to their spots, they hit the open guy, and they are ready to shoot. They don't have those possessions with 5, 6, or 7 passes, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. I'm saying it's a good thing. But it is hard for me to do these like analyzations when every play is like 5 seconds. They either drive in and make a tough bucket or they are ready to shoot right away. But here, Dennis Schroeder hits Tobias Harris and he just goes to work one-on-one, does a couple pump fakes, and as soon as he can create some space, he turns around and banks in the jumper. So yeah, Detroit was able to get the comeback win. They overcame a 9-point deficit in the fourth quarter. They won 115-106, and looking at some of the numbers, Cade Cunningham played 34 minutes and he was just so effective. He had 36 points and 2 rebounds and 8 assists with a steal and a block, and he was 16 of 24 from the field, 2 of 5 from behind the arc, and was +9. Thompson didn't do too much. He played 21 minutes with 3 points and 4 rebounds, but he did have 2 blocks and he was +7. But in terms of field goals, he was 0 of 4, so he definitely can improve on that. Tim Hardaway Jr. played 26 minutes. He had 10 points with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And then Tobias Harris had 17 points with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. If he can do that in the playoffs, I think the Pistons can beat anyone, but that is a big if. He really is going to be one of the main X factors. And then Jalen Duran continued his dominant season. He had 18 points with 13 rebounds and 2 assists, and he had 1 steal and 1 block as well, and was a perfect 9 of 9 from the field. In terms of the bench, Isaiah Stewart logged 22 minutes. He did have 0 points, but he was +5, so he made an impact. The Pistons were positive when he was on the floor. Malik Beasley had 10 points with 2 assists. Dennis Schroeder had 8 points with 2 rebounds, and then Holland had 13 and 5, and that was pretty much it. In terms of what the Pistons did defensively, I know Jalen Brunson has had a lot of injuries of late. He's been dealing with a lot of problems in that regard, but they held him to only 15 points. If they can do that in a playoff series, man, watch out. They could pull off the upset. I really do think that. And in terms of the standings, I know I was talking about it earlier, but Detroit still does have the opportunity to move up to the 5 seed. But right now, if they went into the playoffs, they would be facing New York. And obviously they proved they can beat them. That would be a super interesting and fun series. And I mean, Detroit's playing with house money. Obviously everyone wants them to do well, and there are expectations now, but still, nobody thought they would be at this point coming into this season. So they can just play free and they can be aggressive, and I think that gives them the advantage because the Knicks are in the complete opposite boat. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this game. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and here's what some of the guys had to say in their post-game interviews.
Coach, you get an opportunity to learn something about your team every night. For the way this game played out, in the atmosphere in which it was, for you guys to outscore them 30-21 in that final quarter, how impressed were you with what you saw?
I mean, that's Pistons basketball, right? I thought, the past couple games in the first half, we've been in a position where we've been just trying to trade punches. But that's not who we are. That's not what makes us unique. The second half, we played our style, right, and brought the fight to our type of fight. Defensively is where it always starts with us. If we think we're going to go out there and just trade baskets, that's not who we are. Everything we do starts with our willingness to compete on the defensive end of the floor, and that's what makes us unique, right? We're not like your typical NBA team. That's not who we are, and we can't afford to play that way. But if it comes down to grit and toughness and competition, I like our chances.
The effort that you guys gave, in particular, you're down 13, I think 7 minutes and change in the third quarter, and then the tide and the momentum starts to shift. What were you guys able to find? How were you guys able to solve this way?
First, I think I was just say it's playoff atmosphere, first of all. We know that's a potential team we could probably end up seeing, but, I think we've been doing a good job of handling adversity all year. We've been growing as a team, as a collective, and as a unit for real. And the timeouts and everything, we just saying stay together, stay together. You will hear Cade, JD, even Coach just say that, and it means more than just saying a sentence like that. When we say stay together, throughout any type of positive or negative going on, we just be able to stay together as a team and just, it's going to eventually turn around for us. We know what Pistons basketball is, and we just keep bringing that every single night. We know things will turn around.
That's really all I got for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you'd like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.